Peace be upon you, everyone. Today, we're diving deep into Juz 3, a powerful part of the Quran. It covers the end of Surah Al-Baqarah and the beginning of Surah Al-Imran. We'll explore its important lessons about faith, fairness, and how all God's messages connect. This Juz starts by showing us that spiritual bragging isn't right. Prophets have different levels of importance, but God says true honor comes from faith, hard work, and God's blessings, not from your family history. This challenges the idea that only certain people are favored by God. Next we have Ayat al-Kursi, a grand statement about God's power. His throne extends over the heavens and the earth. This isn't just a religious fact, it's a way to feel closer to God by doing good deeds. Religious freedom is important. There is no forcing people into religion. The Quran says no one should be forced to believe, but everyone should choose truth freely. It also warns us that falsehood disappears, but God's support is always strong. God's special friends are those who trust Him completely. Think about the story of Abraham and Nimrod. Abraham stood up to a bully with his faith. This shows us that truth always wins over oppression. Then there's the story of Abraham and the birds coming back to life, which teaches us about God's power over life and death. And remember Usury? He saw how God can bring someone back to life after 100 years. God shows us the difference between giving to others and charging unfair interest. The grain parable shows how one grain can become 700. Charity makes blessings grow. Giving without caring, like rain on rocks, doesn't help anyone. True charity comes from the heart. Money earned from unfair interest is bad and doesn't have any blessings. It hurts people who are already struggling. When it comes to money, loans should be written down and have witnesses. This makes things fair and clear. God sees everything we do, both secretly and openly. Surah Al-Imran came after the Battle of Uhud. It talks to Jewish and Christian people, explaining that the Quran is the final part of God's message, and it agrees with the Torah, Gospels, and other older holy books. God doesn't like it when people twist the meaning of scriptures. For example, some Christians say Jesus is the Son of God, but this isn't true. The Quran says Jesus is like Adam, created from dust. Miracles like Jesus being born without a father show God's power, not that Jesus is God. This surah tells us about Mary's devotion. When she was young, miracles happened. Zachariah found her with winter fruits in the summer. Then the angel Gabriel told her she would have a baby, Jesus, a word from God. Mary was scared, but she trusted God and said, "I am God's servant." Jesus' job was to teach about one God and gather followers who said, "We are Muslims." The Quran invites everyone to agree on one thing: worship only God. Abraham wasn't Jewish or Christian, he's an example for everyone who believes in one God. All the prophets promised to believe in the final messenger. Power in this world doesn't last. Even though Mecca was rich, they lost the Battle of Badr because God helped the smaller Muslim army. But losing the Battle of Uhud taught them to be humble. Real success comes from following God, not from being proud. Juz 3 isn't just history, it's a guide for how to live. Don't lose your faith because of confusing ideas. Follow the Prophet Muhammad. If you love God, follow me. Obeying God and His Prophet brings God's love. Be fair in everything, from loans to how you treat people of different faiths. Fairness is a form of worship. Juz 3 teaches us to avoid arrogance, be united, and believe in one God. Let's ask ourselves, will we be among God's special friends, generous, fair, and strong in our faith? Until next time, may the Quran light your way. Peace be upon you.